why, yeah, in a country where the speed limit is probably 30 miles per hour, why could people think is that you could drive at 60 miles per hour on the grocery highway? What sense it makes? The same people drive in the US where the roads are, you can't compare them, and they stick to the speed limit of 45 and 55 and 60. But in St. Lucia, they refuse. Now, I mean, people talk about putting signs. Of course we must put signs. Of course we must do everything. Right now, I understand the Ministry of Infrastructure put on a speed bump in Next Harbor Club. It's causing problems. People saying it's blocking the traffic, they're wasting too much time. People just have to exercise a little more common sense and a little more tolerance. I think we're becoming a very intolerant society. A little more tolerance. It's always easy to blame, particularly blame the government, blame the Prime Minister. But a little tolerance. Somebody can tell me that you don't know that you cannot drive at 60 miles per hour on the roads in St. Lucia. If you are a motorcyclist, you don't know you must wear a crash helmet. And if you're in a crash helmet, you can't overtake everything you can because you are on a motorcycle. You need somebody to tell you that. So we can look for all the excuses. But the fact is, we need to be a little more tolerant. We need to have a little more consideration for others. That's what we need. We need a little more of that. And I think from schools, I was very impressed last week when I met a few kindergarten children. I think the future of St. Lucia is bright. And they were speaking about their diets, speaking about sugar, speaking about, we mustn't eat too much sugar. I was very impressed. I think that's where the future of the country is. And I don't want to tell journalists what to do. I can never get involved in that. Your profession is honorable and you do whatever you want there. A friend of mine told me, never argue with somebody who uses paper more than you. And right now, is never argue with somebody who uses a computer more than you. So I'm not in any argument with journalists. But I'm saying to you, you should try to have a little section on your articles about tolerance, about patience, about having a little more respect for each other. Okay, but back to you and the road fatalities. This morning I spoke to the police, and they started on the speed bumps. We just did the Marshall Road, the Marshall Main Road, and people calling for speed bumps. And the speed bumps, they slow down the traffic. So it's a catch-22 situation, but it's going to be a combination of both. But I want to say that people must exercise some tolerance.
Mr. Elliott? Yes.
Mr. Pierre, I represent the documentary series Untold Stories.
On who?
Untold Stories.
Yeah.
Yes. So we've written to your office on multiple occasions. We've been trying to get an interview with you, a sit-down, proper interview with you regarding the St. Jude reconstruction project.
You're back there again.
Yes, sir.
I thought you were happy that work was happening there. Why aren't you happy? Why aren't you happy about it?
I would like to ask you some key questions in the interest of St. Jude.
Let me tell you all the key. Let me answer you first. Let me answer your key questions. The key questions are as follows. Okay, sorry.
The question was, why is it that until now you have not been able to give us some concrete response as to whether you have an interview with us or not?
Because first of all, it's a matter of time management. And secondly, I must prepare for you. I must prepare to answer you. I must prepare. Because you see, I can answer all you want to. I can answer you now, but you don't want to answer me now.
I would like to ask some
But
questions. If my colleagues would allow
so what do you want to
me,
ask me?
three
Yeah,
questions.
free questions.
What would you say are the penultimate challenges moving into the St. Jude project before the end of your term?
The penultimate.
Yes,
What do you mean by that?
the highest challenges, the greatest challenges.
So that's not what penalty means.
Okay.
No.
All right.
The last in the series.
Yes.
Okay. Let me okay, fine. You see, Mr. Elliott, let me tell you the problem with St. Jude's. Too many people have spoken about St. Jude's without having the background, without having the knowledge, or without having the experience to speak about hospitals. Hospitals are complex business. It's a very complex. Neither you or me, or the people who have spoken, know enough about hospitals. So I'm very guarded when I speak about things I don't know. If you ask me about the economy, I know a little bit about it. Not much, a little bit. I'll talk about it, a little. But when it comes to hospitals, I am not an expert. So I don't want to go ahead and tell, especially you, and tell you things that you use against me. Here's what I did for the hospital. Let's go through it slowly again. Number one, we came into the government and we found one building completely stopped with bush and rats and rodents and bats. Another building leaking water, 70% complete, but water is flowing in there. 70% complete, but you have no roof. 70% complete, fine. We decided, listen to me, nobody in the cabinet is a hospital expert. So we decided, listen to me, let us look for a group of independent people, note that, with no political agenda. There's no politician in there. There were people who were passionate about St. Jude, who had done a lot of work, and we put them in there. We never interfered. You never heard me make any statement about the committee working there. They sent a report. The report said that the new structure, which we call the box, compared to the first set of buildings, it was better to rehabilitate the first set of buildings. Cabinet took a decision and said, yes, we're going to in that fashion. Second step, we formed a committee of civil servants, people who were involved in the construction of the box. Right? We said to them, here is the report, you come and you give us the way forward. They prepared a set of documents detailing the steps going forward to using the original buildings. The first step was to clean it up and to fence it. We took that, we got it evaluated by the Ministry of Infrastructure. That was the first.
That's not the question I asked you. You're going on about.
But you want me to answer you?
I understand the sequence of events.
So what do you want me to
I
answer
asked
you?
Was what are the three main challenges you see completing this contract?
Money. That's it. Next question.
Next question
Yes.
is the delay on the project. Can you explain to us the previous contractor, has he been paid, and does this the work on the new hospital hinge on him being paid for the work that he has done?
No. Next question.
Has he been paid, and what is he owed?
The new contractor, call his name. I want you to call his name.
Fresh Start.
Yeah, Fresh Start, yeah.
Right? Have they been paid for the work that they've done on the box?
Fresh Start the government is indebted to Fresh Start for over $100 million, and he's being paid. He's being paid. We did not do like the former government, that we have to pay a contractor interest because the government refused to pay him because they perceived of his political connections. They refused to pay him, and we now have to pay him nearly $1 million in interest charges because the last government refused to pay him. Right? Fresh Start, for the work that had been certified, the roads let me answer you. The roads that they've been working on, they've been paid. The final on the box, they have sent a direct award, which incidentally, we're not the ones, this thing needs proper explanation. They should not have been allowed to work until the direct award was signed. They should not, go slowly, they should not have been allowed to work until the direct award was signed. What they did.
The building with a contract.
Which one?
Did Reno Kajada start
Yes.
the building with a contract?
Yes.
Can you provide that with us?
Yes. Now.
With the date?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Immediately.
Thank you, sir.
A contract was $5,500. You are not serious. Don't try this Reno Kajada thing. I know you get in there. Don't try that. Fresh Start. Don't try. You see, listen to me. Your problem is you want to catch me. You can't catch a guy doing nothing. And, no. I want to make it clear in front of the entire press. The United Workers' Party think they can catch me. They can't catch me. You only catch a man when he's doing something wrong. You understand? And I challenge them in the public press. They can't catch me because I'm not doing anything wrong. So don't matter if you try to catch me. You don't catch me because I have no deals with anybody. I'm not a politician of deals. You understand? So When you talk about fresh start, should not start without the contract. You understand? So don't try this thing about trying to compare Redcage and fresh as far as hospital is concerned. You're going on the wrong path and you lose.
Final question.
Some
Mr.
advice for
Elliott.
you. So do not believe you can catch me that. Renault would never have been allowed to start working there if he didn't have a contract. You understand? So you know, but the problem is that you want to find improper motives. You're not going to find it with me. I'm speaking for myself. You or the United Workers' Party will never find me involved in anything crooked. It's a challenge I brought to them.
Just answer the question. So
Final question.
Yeah.
Going on with the question.
Go ahead.
Can the work continue in the new wing in the old St. Jude if this contract is not paid for? That was-
Of course, because it's two different contractors.
It's two different
Yes.
contracts. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, still on
Mr.
Michael
George.
George from the Voice newspaper. I'm still on this because this discussion has really piqued me. Are you suggesting, sir, that Fresh Start started work on the hospital without a contract, and you're saying the government put them over $100 million? I'm trying to get that clear.
I'm
Is that
saying that as far as St. Jude's are concerned, the fresh stats work has not been put in any contractual arrangement.
Okay. Does that obligate the government to pay them?
Ask yourself that. Answer that question.
No, I'm asking you. Yeah,
That's something. Right now, the Ministry of Infrastructure, the Ministry of, is preparing a document to send to me to give a direct award for work that has been done. Work that has been done.
Jerry, yes. Wait.
Okay, that's all right.
Michael, go ahead. Michael.
Go, Jerry.
No, let's stop. Michael, go ahead.
Mine is different. Mine has to go with jazz. So go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you don't listen.
The budget is coming up soon. Can you just tell us about preparations and how it's going with so far?
The estimates are going to be the last week in March and the budget the last week in April. The budget estimate is in April, and the estimates, where you're going to give the estimates of income and expenditure, that's happening in March. We have some good news for you in March.
And tomorrow we're going to the house.
Yes, we're going to the house
to
tomorrow.
borrow more money.
But I'm not even sure what's on other people. I know what's on. I don't think there's borrowing on people. I don't think so. Double check. There's borrowing. Which one? For what?
I think it's for the same, the COVID.
COVID thing. The other part of the CDB loan. Yeah. Not done by us. We just following up.
And
Yeah.
Yes, Solange.
There were two violent shootings last night, one being the fatality of a bus driver. Under your Home Affairs Security portfolio, I'm speaking to you. Are we doing enough in regards to border security and border safety to stem this influx of guns we're seeing?
We can never be doing enough. But we're doing the best that we can under the circumstances. We have 2 scanners coming. They should be here any time now. The present scanner is working, so I guess they're using it. We have 2 more scanners. Right now there's training. We're going to have 60 new police recruits. There are going to be 60 new police recruits. I hope they can start after they've done all the vetting, etc. Because we have to be careful. We hope they can start training the 1st of July. As we speak, there is training going on for the police on crime scene management, on detection as we speak. That is happening. So we are boosting up the capabilities of the force. As to whether it's enough, the jury is still out.
And citizen safety, we still haven't seen the CCTV cameras.
In fact, there are CCTVs. There are CCTVs. It's something that I don't think many people know. I think for security reasons that has not been said. But there are CCTVs.
Is it effective?
So yeah, they are. But the rest, we need some more. But there are actually CCTVs.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, just one question. It's not a technical question. Earlier you implored citizens to exercise patience, and
Caution, tolerance.
Tolerance. But do you think that maybe it's because they've some of their wishes are not being materialized, in the sense that they've had to wait 14 years for the reconstruction of St. Jude? I'm not saying to your fault as your fault on your own, but I'm saying there's continued appeals for patience, but The St.
No,
Lucia
no,
people, they
we
don't want
are
to
talking
see
about
their-
the road traffic, eh?
Yeah, I know, but just grand scheme. I know usually when there are projects on stream and whatnot, people are continuing to ask for patience. But I'm just saying, don't you think that they have had to...
And remember, if you remember, because if you're right, the first statement I made, I apologized to the public of St. Lucia for St. Jude. Remember that? I apologized to them. So I understand their pain, and I apologize to them, and I'm trying to see how we can alleviate that situation. But I did apologize. I didn't understand that they were under pressure. I lamented the fact that they were in a stadium for that length of time, and we did apologize to them.
Okay, we'll take two questions. One more from Dale and one more from Jason.
Thank you so much. Will the contract for the reconstruction of the old St. Jude go out to tender, or will it be direct?
No, it's going to be a direct award.
Why?
Because the time span, because the Procurement Act makes provision for emergency works, and we consider the St. Jude work emergency works based on the fact that he just made. People are waiting for 14 years. So I can tell you early, it's going to be a direct award, but it's going to be evaluated by civil servants. That's the answer.
Jason.
Why
Last
was that
question,
particular
Jason.
contractor
What?
chosen?
Why was that particular contractor was chosen? Because of his expertise, because of the fact he just completed a hospital below cost in Dominica. He got the expertise and he's got the institutional knowledge on hospitals.
Jason, final question.
Just kind of just a note on Solash's question in terms of the police and the crime mitigation efforts. The public has been asking about the use of body cams as well in terms of, I guess, greater transparency in police involved.
In fact,
Stuff
the
like that as well.
government of Taiwan have offered us some body cams. I'm going to take on the offer.
Is there any time frame as to when some of these
Well, you know, when you get a gift, you have to tell them when they get to you. But the information. Let's go again. Go ahead.
There's also been a call for an independent body to investigate police-involved shootings.
There is actually an independent body, you know. A lot of people, there are many things that people do not know. There actually is a complaints, the police force, they have a complaints unit, but it actually is a group of people. And I asked Monty to get the details for you of a group of independent people who do investigate police shootings.
Okay, Mr. Minister, will we be seeing the naming of the special prosecutor this year?
The advertisement is out. Again, that is done by the Judicial and Services Commission, Legal Services. We hope that we can get this year.
And told I said that that's a not St. Jude's question.
Yeah.
Nearly 2 years in, still no arrest, still no closure to the impact situation. The buck stops with you.
No, it doesn't. The buck stops with the Director of Public Prosecutions.
Everybody has kicked that can down the road.
That's a fact.
Yeah, give us an update.
No update. You see, Dale, let me tell you something. You either want to have your cake and eat it. You either want the judiciary to interfere, the executive, the judiciary, or the judiciary to be independent. Arrests are done by the Commissioner of Police. The Commissioner of Police is the one who has to decide who to arrest. The Director of Public Prosecution advises. He can't arrest anybody. Right. Now, the impact situation, you live in St. Lucia. It's not as straightforward as it may seem. It's not as straightforward. There's got to be a lot of thought as to how these people act. I can't tell them how to act. I will not tell them how to. I can't. I have to depend on their best judgment. Right? Their best judgment, I have to deal with it. Of course, the buck will stop on me when anything happens. But I can't tell them when to act. I don't intend to tell them when to act. I can't.
In 5 years in opposition, there were several claims you made re corruption in government.
Oh, we have a director. We have a public prosecutor. We have the linkers. I'm answering all of them. Go ahead.
Yeah, but
You made several claims of corruption.
Like.
The record is there. The record is there. And we'll pull up the record for itself.
Yeah, I want you to do that. Because, you know, you're making all the claims that we didn't do, you know. But you'll go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Just one question. You've been in office for 2 years and you're Minister of Finance. Over these 2 years, what have you unearthed? Financial improprieties or suspected financial?
Too numerous to mention.
We have time. Give us 2 examples.
Not now. I don't indicate myself. Too numerous to mention.
Wait, Michael.
Much too numerous to mention.
Prime Minister, one more from her, and then
Who you're a young lady? You're young from where you work? Who do you work for?
I'm shadowing DBS.
Working for DBS. Some people at DBS don't like me at all. So yeah, tell me. I hope you don't get influenced, right? Yes.
My question is, with regards to the transition from the Privy Council to the CCJ,
That has happened.
Some people asking for a referendum.
But that's too late now.
So my question was, why was not a referendum
Because
suggested? Yes, I know we do have the 2/3 majority, but why didn't we follow the line of St. Vincent, Grenada, and Antigua? Is it because they did the referendum and they lost the vote?
No. Very different. First of all, the St. Lucia Constitution is different. You must read it. It's different. And secondly, St. Lucia had gone to court. You know, young people, and I always implore young people, do not listen to what you hear on Facebook or what certain people write or say without doing the research. You see, Dale comes here, he wants to fact check me. You understand? And that's good. Fact check me. And I've said to the YouTube young people, young journalists all the time, because there are some people in this country who set themselves up as the knowledge, the people who know everything about everything. That's not true. There is history. The St. Lucia government went to the court to ask them whether a referendum was necessary, and the court said no. No government did that. That's not true, then?
The St. Lucia government did not go to the court. The St. Lucia government was brought before the court.
No. It was an attorney general's question. No. It was an attorney general's question whether we need a referendum. Even you have the history mixed sometimes. It was an attorney general's question. You have the history mixed up sometimes. Accept your correction. Say you made a mistake.
Okay, my God. Just like NHC.
Yes, finish, young lady.
No,
Finish.
I'm done.
You finished that? So, all right. Let's do like Dale. The St. Lucia government got a ruling from the court that said that a referendum was not necessary. Right? So there's no need for that.
Yeah.
And then furthermore, we had more than a 3/4 majority in the House. You know, there's 2 members absent, we still passed it. And thirdly, we campaigned upon it. The Governor General made a point about it, and the Prime Minister made a point about it. So there was no problem.
Are you satisfied with the direction in which the NHC is going? National Housing Corporation.
The National Housing Corporation is a body that is tasked with increasing the housing stock in the country. Okay? They are in the process of doing that, and I can only put judgment on them when they have released for me the houses that I want them to build. So the jury is still out. But I know that the minister is working very hard to get that going.
Thank you very much, everyone. Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you. And have a good day. Have a good week.